Hello, test, 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 1, 2, 3, welcome back, test, test, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's 4 minutes earlier than I expected. Anyways, let's get this out of the way first. Might as well start already, right? So, been late a couple of times, so gotta make it better. What is this? I have not played this yet. There is a new one. I don't know if I should spoiler myself. Maybe I should just do it and not. I want this. Alright. I might be running this in the background. I think my team will handle it. I don't know. And I will just open something else so I don't get spoiled and I get the meds at least. I think that's a good way to do it. Right? Right? Okay. Let me do the following then. We will do this. And we might just look at a little bit YouTube. Checking YouTube. Maybe checking some trailers so we don't get spoiled. Don't spoil, don't spoil, don't spoil, don't spoil, don't spoil. Where is it here? I mean, we gotta catch up. We haven't checked a lot of them lately. So, yeah, it's going to take a while. Alright, so we will do the following. Since I have not... I mean, I don't know there was a new boss, but I mean, it's been a long time since we had a new boss, and I want to do the new boss in the background. So we will just run this in the background. And I don't know what to expect. I will just run it in the background without any sound. Let me check. So we don't get spoiled on anything. Like this. Alright. And let's hope my team can handle this. I think this is fine. I'm just going to let this run in the background. So, yeah. I don't know how long the boss battle is going to take. Ooh. Window, cap, window capture, window capture. Where's my window capture? Where is it? This one? Is it this one? I don't think this is this one. Okay, I need to set this up real quick. Wait a moment. Browser. No. Okay. Let's do it like this then. Transform. Okay, so there's the size, position. 1167. 1167. 1167. Okay. Circle. Okay. Top left, no bounds. Okay. Is that it? I think so. Let me check. Nah, this cannot be it. No, 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 no. This is not it. Need to shrink this. How do I shrink this? Like this. I should have prepared the overlay before. Almost there. Okay. So I think this works. This is fine. Let's go transition. Yeah, I think you can see it. I think it's fine. I think this is fine. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I haven't full screen. I haven't full screen this one. All right, now, okay, now I gotta do this all again. Hey, Jim, thanks for the follow. Wait, was it Jim? Sorry to butcher your name. Window capture, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna shrink this. Again, if you're wondering why we do this, for a very specific... Jimmy Neutron. Yay! Jimmy Neutron. Haven't watched that for, I don't know, since ever. It's been a long time. Okay, so we're going to do it this way specifically because for one particular reason, as you can see, we want to farm the boss material. By the way, I have sound off because I don't want to listen to the sound. The new boss, but I have not catch up to the story yet, so that's why we're just running this in the background and hope for the best. I know this team can handle it. I don't know what the boss is, who the boss is, what it is. I'm just going to click challenge and I'm going to run this in the background. I'm not going to check it until we get the rewards. So in that way we can avoid spoilers while farming the boss. Makes sense? So I'm just going to let it run here. Alright, and going to go over my YouTube. So there's a lot of that we have to catch up to. So meanwhile, we're just going to watch some stuff. Might as well, right? Okay, so how do we do the audio then? Window capture should have audio filter properties. There it is. Okay. Yep. All right, no game audio. This is fine. All right, so I think the first we. Okay, so I haven't checked the trailers, as you can see, since Aglaia, or actually the Herder. I don't even know whether I watched this entirely through, but since 3.1 basically. So we haven't checked the Treebeat trailer, and there. Oh my god, we haven't checked a lot of it. What's the most important one? I mean, Treebeat's great, but I mean, I really want to watch the animated shorts. We're going to check I think everything that is relevant to the story. I'm pretty sure the animated short is relevant, and the where was it? The Starry concert. Yeah, that was during the time I didn't have any internet. That sucked. So yeah, let's just, I don't know, 7 minutes should be enough. 7 should be enough. All right, let's go.
I don't want to die. Please, I fucking you just let me go. I don't want to die, please. I don't want mercy like this. Just let me go. I need it. I don't.
The audio's a bit too loud. I think it's fine. Damn, Cass.
I hate these icy hands.
She's doing this for millennia now. That's what we knew. Also similar to the other Honkai games, I wish they would make an actual series out of this. That would be so cool. Oh, I would love them to collab with Unlimited Blade Works and have them animated this. That would be that would be insane. So this one is the cast back then. She was small. Small cast.
Get it over with. End its suffering.
She had these abilities since she was a child. That's sad. Yo, this reminds me a lot of, if you ever watch Fairy Tail, it's like Zeref, the black wizard.
Has blessed your
Everything
hands.
dies around him, around
Only
her.
you can grant them peace.
And I don't even know whether wearing these gloves actually change anything. Might as well not wear gloves. Bad for skin. Or different gloves. How often does she try?
Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
Can never touch, can never hug. Can never be around people. Why is she not dying? What? Or maybe when she was little, her powers were not that strong, so her aura, or whatever death aura she's emitting, is not that potent at this stage. Oh. Why does she look so much like March? Does she wear shoes? Not Clara 2.0, right? She's not wearing anything? Right, now when there's snow, you don't have any gloves. It makes sense. She's like 18. Her turn down. just want to check really quick whether the boss is done. Oh, he is done. Okay, okay. Click one more time. All right. Continue. Are these all the people she killed?
Is that you, Castorus?
Castorize. Cassie. Casserole.
All of them
Oh, it's her!
have gone,
How sweet. Cutie.
heeding death's summon,
How old is she?
crossing into their domain. I must go too.
No.
I don't
So she
fear
never
it.
aged beyond
Just
the age of, whatever,
I have
18,
some
20 years?
regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again. It must be lonely for you.
It does remind me of certain
You
other
must
characters.
want to desperately embrace them before they go.
I'm looking at you, pink hair girl from Genshin, whose name I don't remember. Sidali, that was.
They're too cold.
No! What are you doing? Maybe that's the way she wanted to die?
But big sister Castorus, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on.
It's
Don't
never
hold
explained
back.
why she got these powers.
Give me
Even as a
a
kid,
word.
she doesn't understand why she was that way. Damn, that was the first hug in whatever time, like hundreds of years, whatever. Oh, this is so sad. Every flower once bloomed with pride.
Can hands like these really be warm?
Ah, dear. Oh dear. Okay. So she never had the chance to hug people except for the one time, and actually no, I don't know if I should call her friend or anything, but that is very, very, very bad because, well, as a social being, you kind of want to be around people, right? So she never had that. That is very tragic. And it was never explained why she had these powers. I don't even know in the stories why it wasn't explained why she had the powers. Maybe she is I don't know. I don't know, maybe Thanatos lives in her. We never knew where he is and where he is right now. So anyways, back to the game. We can do one more time boss. Alright. Don't spoil myself. Okay. I think we have time for like 3 minutes or more. Let's see. What we want to check. The Honkai Star episode is relevant. I don't think this one is the highest in trailer. But I don't think it's something I should see because it might contain spoilers. Let me check. Why is there nothing for Mighty? Why is there nothing for Mighty? Huh. Okay, I'm going to watch this. I have not played the entire story yet. I really hope they don't spoil anything. Otherwise, I'm just going to stop mid through. Oh, by the way, sound should be this. Proi, whatever it is. Oh, it's just a song. Wait, actually, okay, never mind. This one is great. I love Hoyo songs, but I think they spoil stuff, so I'm not going to spoil myself. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes until we've done it with the boss, and then I can check and then see whether whether we're done or not. Right, I thought they released more trailers, but it was all these keeping up with Star Rail and then the character trailers. Oh yeah, the 2-year anniversary special animation. This is something why we might want to check.
The train is about to make the jump.
Alright, so I love this game. I've been playing this every day since its release. I don't know, I have talked about this in the account review that probably no one watches, and there was a time when, well, actually, I've been playing this, at least I've done my dailies every day and I never failed to do them, and the amount of Trailblaze power I spent, it was like 83,500 something, I don't remember. And it was exactly like 240 Trailblaze power per day for a entire year, and that was crazy. So, I've been along this journey since the start, basically. Since actually hour 1, or even before, like the hour before they released, or they opened the gate for everyone to play. I think they released it 1 hour earlier in our time than it should be. So it was like -1 hour club. Instead of the first hour club. So that was really great. So since then I've been playing this game, I've been following a lot of stuff, and huge fan. I love the storytelling, even though a lot of people don't like it that much. So yeah, I don't know whether there was a video for the first anniversary. I think I remember there was something, but I don't think there was an animation for this. I don't think so. So I don't know what we're going to have here. Anyways, I'm excited.
5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, is this how many kilometers we have been traveling? Oh shit, this is so nice. Damn, why are they showing us Apollo 17? Like, what's that? Was it 17? Like, what kilometers? How many? I can't even read the number. Hi, Pom Pom. This looks so good in animated. Oh, it's a song.
We dance beneath the galaxy, then will you be with me?
Man, I love these. I love this art very much.
Together we find a way to brighter, better days.
The Robin never looked better than this one.
Because moving on, to pass along, to break into daylight.
Oh my god, this is so good.
Into sunrise. Running on, a world so far. We're rising high into the sky. The way go,
Dragons. This is okay. I can tell you this many kilometers is not even. It doesn't work. This is bigger than the universe. It goes outbound. What? 9999999. We broke. We broke it.
Can't you know about the law to think in the daylight?
Also the music. Okay. I don't know if I need to stop this because it gets flagged because of music and copyright. Actually I don't know. But I will.
Life goes on, so ties of time. Gotta use a light to dream a light in our soul.
Oh, we need to see more of Jiggly. We definitely need to see more of her.
On the journey,
Can we make my JL? Make JL good again. Oh no. Okay, there were all the Aeons. Man, this screen is so iconic. Okay, this definitely goes into my playlist. This was fire. This was great. Love it. Alright, so now finally we can come back to the game, I hope. Yeah, we can. So let me check if we can do this. Okay, I did not spoil the song. Alright, we got the boss done at least. Right. Okay, next we're just going to build Hyacinth, so we're going to farm the rest of it here. Let's farm the trace material. Ice. Okay. Ice. I wonder whether Hyacinth is best in slot for
It's time to put your theory into practice.
for every team. I don't think so.
Harmony and unison. Stars
We're just going to do this two more times, and then we're done with this. And then we can finally jump back to the story.
nothing but a boy. Be of your body and mind.
to the soul.
Expand your thinking. Glimpse in the mouth.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding. Yeah. Endless riddle.
Endless riddle.
Nothing but a boy. Be of your body and mind.
Insanity.
To be honest, I am not sure whether this is faster with an axe. I might as well just do this. Where are you? Jade?
Don't let me down.
I feel with Jade is still
All
faster.
together. Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding. Open sesame. Stars echo. There's no backing out now, for me or you. Misery. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy. Expand your thinking. Watch it grow.
I don't think it almost doesn't matter that much.
Who's the little backstabber?
Was it faster? Maybe it was, I don't know. Alright, then we get this done. Alright. Guys, girls, human, robots, bots, whatever, whoever's going to watch this, we're finally here. going to continue the story and hopefully end it today. Only the 3.21. I don't even know how long the 3.31 is. But we only have maybe an hour or so, it's yeah, really scarce on time here. So let's go. I first of all going to change this back to this guy. Oh, wrong team. Gotta play as MC. Alright, last time we have found out that Anaxa wants to do something with this big guy here. Why am I so bad with names? Okay, Kefali. So he wants to feud with Kefali and become whoever, whatever god. Whatever nonsense he has in mind. We're here to stop him.
I, Kefali, into Lenten above, as the Theoros.
Apparently this one is a new area, is it? The teleport. Is it? Okay, so there are treasures here, which we have not found yet. Oh, maybe these were the treasures that I don't know where they. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. It's far. It's just. It was just never accessible to us.
Aglaya, what happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but I admit I am now unable to do so.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or
No
arguments.
longer.
I have been a demigod for far too long, that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites. No longer capable of relating to the people. This has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
What do you mean? You're retiring?
Yes, this is my duty, but
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir without flaw, capable of relating deeply with humans.
I don't know. Crisis era without Thor. Since the beginning, I always say that. Since the beginning, since the moment we met Finan, I always thought he was a very fishy guy. I don't know anything, though. I might be wrong. He just seems too good to be true. You know what I mean? He's like the MC, but we are the MC, but he's like the MC of this whole thing. And it feels weird to me.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
Yeah, sure. Canes.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather strive toward the
Strive.
unheard of Aranova, or return to the prosperous era Chrysia of our past. Make your choice.
A future that is unknown to us. Or back to the past.
Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
Alright. I am always a fan for innovation. Doing new stuff, because the old stuff is boring. Well, I don't know. I am Aranova. It is a path of salvation, the gods promise. We should not have doubts in the Flame Chase journey. I wish this one would have been voiced by him, though.
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness.
Yeah.
Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders...
I didn't
grant
even
you
thought about the,
turn
like,
back time?
the technical stuff, whether it's even a thing, but I wouldn't go back to the past. Why would you? It's like evolving backwards. Why would you do that?
Let the three titans of calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again.
Okay, so she wants to get rid of the other three titans of calamity. Strive, death, and whatever it was. There they go.
Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side.
Traitor!
Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 saints.
Traitor!
And
Wait,
Castorus,
did we knew?
Idonia's goddess of death.
I thought... Wait, I thought Anaxa was opposed to Canis. Huh? Okay, now I'm confused. Obviously, Anaxa has done... done some kind of deal with Cassie, but I think I missed something here.
Two heroes, I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia will
They have something in
exist
mind.
once more.
You see them, they're plotting something. I think they're just going to use Canis for whatever they want.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
What? Nani?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya is unfit to speak on behalf
Okay,
of
so
every
I
Chrysos
know
heir.
that
I'm in favor of Era Chrysia.
Casserole is very fond and very close to Aglaya, so Aglaya probably has something in mind, or she knows something's going on. I'm not sure.
Era Chrysia! Era Chrysia!
No. No. Wait, was it the plan? So Anaxa has the ability to take over carefully because that's how they will promote it. So wait. So what's the next step?
Castorus? Why are you standing over
Yeah,
there?
that's my question. Why are we there? Why? What did you do? What's the point? Oh, wait. Maybe it has something to do with her powers. By turning back the time, she will be able to get rid of it. Maybe? Maybe?
You finally arrived, Anaxa. So have you, Cass.
Wait, Aglaya didn't know about this?
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death.
Huh?
and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the flame chase.
Well, have fun with overpopulation then.
Your proposal is much too idealistic.
Yeah.
As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Okay.
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders.
Yeah, I knew.
Plus, Pagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
But this place will become the Flame Weaver's target sooner or later. Is this just survivorship bias?
Oh? Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves?
Yo, you are so effed.
Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where are you now? Oh, legendary Erechrysia, return to the mortal realm.
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to...
Okay. I think I get it. Alexa is just... He's teasing us. Like, the way he's also talking, I don't think this is what he means. He has... Obviously, he has some kind of ulterior motive to it. But... he's using the scene so he can... So people approve him to take over Kefali's... whatever, body. I don't know how he's going to fuse within his soul. In order to end the Titans of Calamity. That's, I think, what they want to do.
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed.
Okay, oh my god. I think I know what's coming. Is that why Cassius is on this? Because Anaxa knew... I think he figured out something. I also had the feeling.
For Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under
Okay.
my guidance.
So we always knew that Cassius is destined to... get Thanatos' core flame. Or she's being paired up with the Death Titan. Kinda makes sense. The question though is the whereabouts of Thanatos, because they always said that even the other Titans have never seen him, her, it, and no one knows where he is. But that means Anaxa knows. By the way, he's smug. Anaxa knows that for some reason Castrus is or has a link to Thanatos, and that might be part of maybe why she has the powers.
What?
Nani?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are
Why
able
is she
to
smiling
garner
so
the support
happily?
of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Erechrysia will return to our world once again.
Okay. Alright, cool.
With the balance shattered, the result...
Lygus is on our side, we know that.
By Kefali and Talent and above, as the Theoros, I have observed...
He's always neutral.
Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the flame.
I mean, he has to do what he has
This
to do.
resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Okay. The members of the Council of Elders are cheering his side.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya. What has caused your heart to soften?
Hmm.
You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been our cards.
Yeah, okay, so that's the point. It was always the question whether, because it's a prophecy, like, will it ever become true? Is it ever going to happen? There's no proof it's ever going to happen, right? It's just like, it's a prophecy. So, because it is a prophecy, and they wholeheartedly believe it in what they do, so taking, all, like, replacing all the core flames and basically, I don't know, get new titans there as new pillars, because everything, like the whole plan lies on that specific plan. Like there never was a different way. I'm so bad at explaining this, but there was never any doubt that this wouldn't work. Otherwise they wouldn't have even done this in the first place. Like they wouldn't. By the way, I saw the feather on the picture that's flying there. I need to get that that whatever butterfly. So Anaxes is very doubtful because scientist, right? But he always thinks, or I think part of the reason why he is against it is because it's a prophecy. There's no proof to it that will ever work. And Aglaia is saying that because it's a prophecy, it doesn't even, like, she's not even worried whether they decide the Flame Chase journey is going to end or not, because it's going to continue no matter what, or at the end of the day it will eventually yeah, just continue, because it's what a prophecy says. That was so hard to explain. Holy.
I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens Assembly.
I didn't even want to yap about that too much. Okay. Alright, and access a plan. Aglaia is confident that it doesn't matter. Maybe it's short term, but in the long term, something's going to happen for sure.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership.
Okay, so Aglaia didn't know about it. Probably Castres was being persuaded.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
Alright. Hold on, I'm not ready. What happened when you went to look for
In
Anaxa?
actuality, he showed me
In actuality?
a past that was both long and heavy.
Okay, so because this casserole is the same casserole that we knew she existed like for millennia, and like she met all the other people, so maybe she has memories of the like previous titans of who, like, what was her name, Calypso or Circe, and there was, wait, what was Calypso Castros? I don't remember. And then there was Neos, Strife Titan, right? Before Neos was well, before the Strife Titan exists, before Neos was actually a god, he was a normal human being. And I think I should just shut up and let them explain. What am I even doing
here? The
here?
reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Okay.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yeah, that we knew.
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Alright, now cast POV. Okay.
Have you heard of this tale before?
Alexia.
A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom like a tyrant king. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested.
Makes sense.
And all that was left of her was a pile of bones. Devastated, the queen wept for several days. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. That liar called this process the secret art of alchemy.
Okay.
The princess was reborn. The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body.
That's why she had these powers.
As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent civilians in a single gulp.
Okay.
Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls ultimately converged into a river of souls that would not retreat for a long time. The terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter, our hometown fell into ruin as well. Until...
And who's Polixia?
Until?
Okay, yeah. Cersei's was Calypso, and Polixia was previously the name. Castris.
Until? Actually, I don't know what happened next either.
But for some reason she's telling the story from the perspective of like, is not the girl that was eaten and revived.
Oh my.
Okay, so she's sitting there in
You
the
still
wheelchair.
like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Polixia.
What's happening?
So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? It's practically a mirror image. And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answers to myself for now.
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal itself.
Okay.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue
Oh,
my
look at her
education,
face.
I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Look at this.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say?
It's not a fable.
If so, what moral is it trying to impart to the kids?
Yeah.
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange?
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like honor the dead. What? At a loss for words?
No. I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless, then there is hardly anything else in this world that is of equal weight to it, right?
Okay. Reviving the girl from the bones with dragon blood and soul, basically reviving someone, has a high price to it. And the price was that everyone around her is dying, which I don't know, because she's killing more people than, like, I mean, it overweighs the amount of. I mean, we just revived one person in return for how many deaths?
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
What? What kind of strange question is this? I got it. You're just trying to get me to tell you whether I like anyone, right?
Let's just leave it at that. That was rude of me.
Yes, I would.
Oh?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually. My time is finally here. However, perhaps because of my firm belief in the immeasurable value of life, I am unable to complete the trial.
Okay.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mistress.
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
You nice.
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. Our trial can only be completed when the one chosen.
I think this is the first time, maybe I missed something, but I think this is the first time we hear sister. So Polixia is Castra's sister? I thought that was Castra's in whatever stage of life, which didn't make sense to me. And that was actually the children that we have revived. The one child, my English grammar, holy cow. I don't know.
I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins for this exact purpose.
Makes fools of us all.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. And yet, I can't do the same.
Oh my god, do you see? This is at the very end of the Flame Chase journey. They have claimed all the other core flames except for this thing, and this thing is Thanatos, the death. Polixia was about to take on the trial and check this off, so everything's completed, but for some reason they weren't able to do it. Because Polixia... Wait. So Polixia couldn't do it, that's why Castris did it? And she failed? What?
How absurd. My time is almost up, but I'm still afraid to welcome death. What should we do? If I'm ultimately not able to make up my mind...
Since Chaos is willing to guide
Chaos was his previous name,
this trial to the end, there is still plenty of time for you to ponder.
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
Why is it question mark? I thought his other name was Chaos.
Trial, prophecy, The topics that they're discussing seem familiar.
Yeah, sure.
But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise, I would have some recollection of this.
Amphorius's history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. Is that not strange by itself? I have long held three hypotheses about this. However, let's continue watching for now.
Okay, so this was on at a time long before.
Calypso. Polixia. And this warrior... I seem to have met him somewhere before.
Yeah, you know.
Regarding this matter, Nias.
It is Nias.
Confident that you'll complete your trial?
Wait, is that Strife then? Not Thanatos? I thought that was Thanatos. Strife is the left one, the lance. But Nias didn't do the lance? Wait, what?
Of course. Though
I thought he already did it.
Once I've emerged victorious.
Yeah, okay, so something they always have to, I don't know, give in exchange, equivalent exchange, right? So Aglera become cold-hearted, Chibi split into 3 and gets young every time she teleports, I think. Mighty, he is invincible. I don't know how that is a problem. And Nias, I don't know what was with him. We never knew. I think we did knew. I don't remember.
Looks like you have made up your
That's
mind.
how Nias became Strife.
Yes, this is the safest course of action.
Oh wait, is that why when everything's destroyed, he destroys all of that, or what?
Completely separating courage, honor, tenacity,
yeah. We went through that.
and reason. You really know how to make things difficult.
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise. Lady Calypso, you shall host the soul-rending ceremony.
Okay, so he wants to split himself.
I do not understand.
Well, split the Titan.
Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself for a future that you won't get to witness?
Because this is our destiny. The power that resides within me is so intense that I will one day be engulfed by it.
True.
Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey I began long ago. If your sister or Callus were in my position, I believe they would make the same choice.
What's Callus?
I'm not that brave. I don't know how I'm supposed to face such a serious affair.
Despite being Death's chosen one, it seems you still don't know how to face it. Let's chat, young lady. Perhaps I shouldn't end my journey so hastily. Since there's still time, I'm not worried about letting fate wait a little longer.
Of course. This warrior is Lord Nias.
It took you long enough, Castris.
As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us and allowed humankind to end his madness. That means that what I'm currently seeing before my eyes is in fact...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true.
Yeah.
These heroes are the true forms of the Titans. Before they attained their divinity.
So Titans were humans before. They never were there in the first place, and they never created the world, right?
If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of is actually...
Polixia.
Yeah.
Is the previous form of Thanatos?
Makes sense! Oh my god!
Appearance.
Oh my god! Yeah, because she was taking on Thanatos' child, and that means, I mean, everyone became then the Titan. And of course Polixia is the Death Titan. But that is... she is your sister, right?
If this is true, As long as we can find out where she went,
Yeah.
we'll naturally be able to figure out the location of the Death Titan.
Where is she?
But before that, we first need to witness what ultimately happened to Lord Anias.
Okay.
Nikador's courage is a testament that they have never once retreated from a battle.
I've heard that these words are still engraved in Castrum Kremnos even today.
Okay. Check the memories.
Sealed within this statue is undoubtedly his sacrifice.
They use their own body as our city walls, keeping out and protecting us from the pervasive spread of madness. They are acutely aware that if the end times were to arrive, there would be nothing left in this world.
Wow, there's so many of them.
Honor, courage, tenacity, sacrifice.
And nails was reason.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
Maybe I'm missing something. So why is Nails sacrificing himself? Why is he dividing himself into these statues? I still don't get it.
All farewells in this world.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals could live their lives in such a way.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, you remain so optimistic. Or maybe the truth is that you are.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains of my life to the fullest.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, I myself have also changed in the process.
The way he just casually mentions it. I changed the world.
And now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, won't all of your accomplishments be reduced to nothing?
No.
Separation and death are two sides of the same coin. Reconciling this doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Finally, let me recount to you a story of mine, young lady. The first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt extremely
So this one we
hollow.
knew. So this one was Polixia, but she didn't have this eye thingy that she had.
The calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me.
Yeah.
When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but an empty shell. It was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself in him, I inexplicably asked him a question. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs?
What a question.
To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
To someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living afford the same amount of bliss. Now please go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
Why is dying? So is dying. So do they refer to dying as in the process of before death? Because I don't know.
That's
How is it?
exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was.
Okay.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust.
Yeah.
Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and respectfully embrace it.
The embodiment of strife, telling me about the majesty of the world.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand my words. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road and humbly await your arrival. When that moment finally comes, let us drink and be merry then.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Okay.
Are the both of you ready?
It seems like the Death Titan still had to do his trial, which I thought he already did. I mean the Strife Titan. Wait, that is Castrus, right?
I'm here.
Oh my god. She does look different. Actually, not that. I mean, she looks different from Polixia. I thought, okay. Okay.
What? This...
How does she not remember? How does Cersei not remember? What's going on?
This is quite interesting indeed.
Is this... Polixia's sister?
It's you!
Is it... me?
Yeah. Right?
Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises.
Why are they doing this together? I thought only one person has to do.
Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, imagine at the end of the Flametru's journey, everything has been done, and you're the last person they are waiting for, and you cannot mess this up.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame.
Huh?
As foretold in the prophecy, and
Yeah.
according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head on.
Even if it was prophesized, do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction?
I mean...
Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different.
I don't know. I think it was...
I was the one who wasted your life after all.
Okay, so so Polixia maybe was the reason why Castrus has these powers? Because she was reborn, and because by equivalent exchange, in return her sister, because for some reason, I don't know, how do you mistake twins, or, I mean, they get Castrus to bear all the burden instead.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers.
There's still a question mark.
One that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head. Will they not? How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you? Well then, tell me, what exactly are we?
Okay, so what is going on? Maybe part of the price she had to pay is memory loss? That's why no one can remember?
I don't know. I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side. We're twins, after all.
Okay. Castris. Casserole.
Alright, my dear Polixia.
Why is it a question mark?
It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death.
Okay.
After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
Wait. The first bud. So that was long before. If that is not Castris for some reason, Castris is what came out of the bud that Polyxia's planted then? But then... What? How long was this? Before? What?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you,
Okay, so that was that question.
would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Oh. That happened after? Oh no, that happened before.
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I am certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. Even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I promise you, in the prophesied new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf.
In the prophesied new world.
Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl. Our hometown.
Okay, so that was where she came from.
I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm and grant you a second life. The living beings on this earth shall respond to my call and lead you to the sacred daylight. Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead. Do not stop moving.
Okay.
In the new world promised by the prophecy, march toward your new life.
So she came from the nether because that's where she planted the bud and...
As for the price of our equivalent exchange,
Oh.
let me be the one to pay it.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, we've come to the end.
Huh.
Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being.
Oh.
So I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body.
Oh.
However, being able to glean all this from them is exciting enough.
Man, this story is still going on.
I'm certain of this now. Before the
So long.
titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took possession of divine authorities one by one, until they eventually became the pantheon of the new world. Just like the flame chase journey of today, Amphorius's history is cyclical in nature.
So it goes nowhere. After Flame Chase journey is done, you become the new pillars, you become the titans, until eventually other people will come and hunt for you. And so on and so on. So
What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new titans at the world's end,
yeah.
thereby shaping a new world?
Including us, because now we are also...
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova, as mentioned in the prophecy.
Era Nova.
This is utterly unbelievable. Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are
So they
Thanatos,
together, Thanatos?
their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
It's in the nether, probably. I don't know. Wait, how did Anaxif... After all these years, it took one scholar to
Are their
reveal all
whereabouts
of them?
truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town?
Yeah,
The birthplace of alchemy and the tale of the dragon.
yeah.
In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
Styxia.
But the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos.
Agusa.
I've also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia,
I don't know, that was...
it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
This is...
The new Sporist masterpiece. The Philosopher's Stone.
The Philosopher's... Oh,
It was
what?
made by transmuting all of the sages' wisdom into a single entity. With their flesh and
We
blood
got the
as
Philosopher's
its
Stone
foundation.
here.
Remember? I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Regardless of how unbelievable this sounds, the truths of the world have been refined from the impurities. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the nether realm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure. However, my line of thinking will not fail because I have already planted the seeds of doubt into the hearts of the masses.
Man, look at him smug. Smugging. He has
Actions speak
everything.
louder than words, Castorus. With the assembly about
He
to
has
begin,
planned out everything.
don't forget the promise you've made.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, his life is also slowly slipping away. But before I leave, I have another question. What exactly did we witness just now?
Yeah.
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul.
Ah. Yeah, okay, carefully chaos. Okay.
If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
Okay. Well, that was very complicated.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss this topic again when she manages to find the evidence.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for you.
Oh.
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body.
What's the big deal?
What's the big deal?
Damn.
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis is correct, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
So I think Anax's plan is to end the infinite chain of the flame chase journey, because it's like Ouroboros, right? Eating its own tail. It never ends. Once a titan has been slain, new titans just come and replace them. And it never ends. And Anaxa wants to find a way out. I think that's what I feel. Okay, Trailblazer PO.
That's a lot to take in at once.
It is. It was a lot. I don't know how long it was, like 50 minutes something.
Lady Aglaya, please, let me explain. You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kindness desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world.
Okay.
If they're successful, then the flame chase journey will cease, and Akuma
okay,
can
so they
enjoy
want to
everlasting
stop
peace.
it at that moment, so not a new Thanatos can arise, so there's no death.
But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated.
Yeah.
Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision.
I think you should take the Black Tide
But
seriously,
someone
though.
must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone has to make this trip to bring back Mr. Soul.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
I mean... Yo, what a question to Cass.
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
Castris, you have changed. Unsure what to say, but offers a smile. Have mercy, Aglaya, stay your threats. Just smile.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it's not hard to see its former splendor. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason to make the trip with Castris and meet the god of death himself.
Alright, thanks,
Castris,
Aglaya.
I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the flame chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Aglaya.
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but if Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, then how do we find a way in? Lady Treby is probably...
The answer is quite simple.
Quite
in
simple.
the Miz, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the nether realm as they pleased.
What? Yo,
And
Zagreus.
if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same.
Who inherited Zagreus? Cat girl is trickery, right?
I'll see you at Memorial Palace at
Cypher.
Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient
Yeah,
city.
okay, so that's the role she plays. I've always wondered. The tumultuous day finally comes to an end. Everyone disperses, each lost their own thoughts. Finally get to see her. Damn. Nameless recollection. Okay, so I found out, or actually I just realized how long this story is. We're not going to finish 5.2 anytime soon, are we? And then there's 3.3. I never was behind ever. It's just that I have so much on my plate, literally on terms of work, that it's super hard to find time to stream, to be honest. I have to go to the next meeting right now, so damn. So next time is Sunday at 6 p.m. CEST or GMT or UTC +2 CEST at 6 p.m. That is on Sunday, on the 1st of June. We will have about 1.5 hours, like today. I do have planned Yu-Gi-Oh! For that day, so it's not Honkai. So next time we're going to do Honkai is probably... Yeah, it is next Thursday at 6, same time. Not as same today, but same time as Sunday, 6 p.m. CET or GMT UTC +2. That is on Thursday next week. We're going to continue Honkai. And Friday, we will do a little bit earlier than today, but only for this and next week, because yeah, schedule is a little bit weird right now. And I'm pretty sure we are going to finish the 3.2 by next week and start 3.3 finally. Wow, what a story, damn. We learned a lot today, so with that being said, take care, I will see you, and yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to do. Bye bye, have a good day.
Nice.